How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys having a great and exceptional day. All right, let's get to it. So, it's that time of the week where I love to highlight black-owned businesses all over the world, not just the United States. This week I take you to the wonderful city of Oakland, California, as they call the town. Mr. David Benton went from making and selling pastries from his home in East Oakland, California, to opening up his very own business called Sugar Sweet Cookies Plus Cake Studio, as you see behind me. Mr. Benton also went from attending classes at a California culinary academy to figuring out that this was his passion. The article stated that, Mr. Benton stated that, I knew I had wasted my time trying to be a chef, and I knew I really wanted to be a baker. And he's like, and you knew that it was going to be a tough task trying to open up a new bakery in Oakland, California. Struck by the realization that he had chosen the wrong path for his career, compounded by the lack of funds to enroll in the baking program, Benton was still determined to pursue his newfound interest. The turning point in his career, however, came after Benton was laid off in 2009 during the recession. And remember, the U.S. economy never truly 100% recovered from the 2007, 2008, 2009 recession. We all have to, the times that we're in now, a lot more technology, high interest rates, a lot of uncertainty. The job market isn't what it used to be, and 20 years from now, the job market is definitely not going to be what it is today. So it's something to take into consideration. Rather than languish in his joblessness existence, Mr. Benton saw this chance. That's what we all need to do when we're facing a crisis. Look at the economic global reset. Basically, whatever happen, it's going to basically, what's happening to regular working people, because the world keeps changing on a regular basis. And instead of indulging in self-pity, and we've all been guilty of this, nobody's 100% rock all the time. We all have our vulnerable moments. But instead of engaging in self-pity, Mr. Benton decided to wipe his face and get back up again. Getting new skill sets, opening up new businesses is the only way to be, family. Mr. Benton stated that after I was laid off, that's when I started to take the baking thing seriously. He said, I got 2 years of unemployment, so for 2 years I just baked and baked and baked. And that's another thing. He didn't just utilize unemployment to sit on his butt and do nothing and be on social media. He actually utilized it, because for a lot of people, being on unemployment and even certain times being on welfare/assistance, people will utilize that money to survive, and then utilize that extra free time that they have to thrive. All right, not everybody's just a bum, but I'll leave it at that. But anyways, Mr. Benton tried different recipes that he had seen on TV or online until he realized that he was getting really good at this whole baking thing, and began posting and selling his creations on social media accounts and websites. Like I always say, social media is a beautiful thing. It has its good sides, it has its bad sides, but social media has helped so many people become successful business owners, successful entrepreneurs all at the same time. Anyways, Mr. Benton's friends, family, and neighbors took notice and started requesting special cake orders. Seizing the opportunity, the pastry chef turned his hobby into a side hustle, transforming his little East Oakland duplex that you see behind me into an at-home bakery with a cottage food license. So even, he kept it legal. News of the baker's setup and well-crafted baked goods, as you see behind me, started to spread by word of mouth and over social media, and soon Mr. Benton found himself fulfilling orders from all over the Bay Area and basically cake tasting, hosting cake tastings and utilizing weddings and all that great stuff. And he said this was getting serious, and this is what can happen when one starts to develop a hobby that turns into a passion, and then it just turns into a successful business. Sometimes it just happens by happenstance. Sometimes it's not everything in life doesn't have to be a specific plan. Sometimes you just got to take the risk and go for it. The article also stated that Mr. Benton did everything out of his duplex in East Oakland, California, and he dedicated all of this extra time to baking and more baking. The article also stated that after 9 years of hustle, Mr. Benton was tired and overwhelmed with juggling his passion with his day job. Something had to give. And, because a lot of times, hey, especially when you're working hard like that, burnout is real, and it can happen, and it can definitely affect your health. physical health and mental health. So, he did what one has to do. He weighed his options and made the best decision as possible. He stated that I was getting a lot of orders from 2013 to 2017, and he was exhausted. He said, so I decided to, do I stop or do I go big? Well, Mr. Benton decided to go bigger and better. He started casually looking for a small space he could move his operation into where he could share his creations with his community. He found a place located at Seminary Avenue across the street from Mills College. After 2 years of hard work, Mr. Benton finally was able to open up his bakery. He stated that, I, of course, want everything that we sell to be delicious and beautiful. But this is the Bay Area. He said, you can't just be good, you have to be great. And he says, and I want the hottest bakery in Oakland. And that's the thing, yeah, because the one thing I can say about California, Atlanta, all of Texas, Florida, New York, unlike the DMV area where I'm from, your food has to be spectacular. Your food has to be saying something, as my mother would say. It can't just be basic or mediocre, Your food, for people to want to frequent your establishments and anywhere in California and all those other places that I mentioned, your food has to be on the money because they have so many freaking options. All right, so if you're in Oakland, and I wish I would have knew about this place, I would have at least gone out of my way to support the Black-owned business. Go check them out, but just make sure you don't leave anything in your car. I've learned that lesson the hard way. If you see my live video, the Bay Area was a disappointment. I'll leave it at that. But anyways, don't forget to check out Larry's Anything Goes online store. Greatly appreciate it. Get yourself some financial intelligence products, various different other things. Go from there. All right. If you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual, time account investor, don't forget to check out WEBULL, Stash, Acorns, Crypto.com, Coinbase, all those platforms. You ever make some money moves? We're part of the GS partners. We not only have the opportunity to buy crypto and NFTs, non-fungible tokens, but you have the opportunity for others to do the same thing and make money moves off of that. As I always say, you can't get fired if you own the company. Mr. Benton owns something, and he's not worried about getting fired. On that note, do the great P3 things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Make money moves, or you're going to live like a fool. Take care, family.